Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2024 mid-month general reading. So we're looking roughly at the last half of March, and this reading is for the twins, the air sign of Gemini. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for taking the time to be here. So Gemini, last half of March 2024, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Gemini. If you're also cross-watching for a Gemini, this video is still relevant. Now, if you know all of your sign placement, sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch those videos as well, because they can provide additional insight and perspective into your own situation. And if you find that something really does resonate with you, it really hits home with you, and you would perhaps like to take a deeper look at it, or the reading style appeals to you. If you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. And I can usually get back to you the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide variety of readings, all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads. There's something in there for everyone. And I'm pretty diligent about working hard at being timely about the scheduling of things too. So something to think about. Email me if you're interested. Okay, Gemini, let's move right into your reading for the last half of March. I am using the Deluxe Royal Tarot and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Both of these decks are by artist Cyril Marchetti. Cards are slipping all over the place, Gemini. Okay, we begin with the Chariot. Focused, persistent determination and perseverance wins the day. The Chariot is a card of success. It's a card of success that comes from not giving up, from being very focused on your goal, very ambitious, pulling together and harnessing all the different aspects of things that you need to and focusing them forward in order to achieve a goal. It's very assertive, very focused and determined energy. I'm going to win. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going until I win. Even if it doesn't work the first time, the second time, the fourth time, I'm going to keep going, and that's how I win. That's this card. Very determined energy. And determined to overcome any obstacles, to pull together whatever needs to happen in order for the success, whatever it is. Oh, goodness, with the Lovers. So there may be a relationship central here, significant. The Lovers can sometimes represent a relationship at a crossroads, meaning that there's a choice that needs to be made. Now, it might be about the relationship itself. Do we move forward together? And if so, how? Do we go in our separate ways? There's definitely a pretty strong karmic connection here. It might be somebody coming in that's quite determined. Now, the choice or decision might be in another area of life, but it has a significant, even profound impact on a primary relationship. So you may need to make it together. Very determined energy. Now, next we have the Hermit. Taking a step back, perhaps being kind of quiet. The Hermit asks you to kind of step back and ask yourself, based on all of your knowledge, wisdom, and experience so far, to look at what your place is in this situation and what your experience is telling you and what your intuition, your connection to divine is telling you, in order to know if something is a good thing for you or not. What's my place in this, right? Sometimes the Hermit can represent another person, an external person that you look at as somebody wise, whose opinions and wisdom and experience you value to get feedback on this situation. With the Hanging Man. So this is taking time to watch and see how something's playing out before you take any particularly decisive action. Because that's what the Hanging Man does. The Hanging Man might feel like acting immediately, but it might not be the wisest thing to do, especially paired with that Hermit. So he hangs upside down from the tree of knowledge in order to get a different perspective, to look at it from a different way, and thereby perhaps get more information, more intuition from this situation playing out before he takes action. Feels like for many of you that somebody external is coming in I mean, it could be an already established relationship, but something coming in, someone coming in for some of you, and they really want their Gemini. Very determined energy here. It's either a partner or a potential partner. For some of you, you might be in the search for, this type of partner, this type of karmic connection, and you're taking your time, but it feels like there's someone specific here. Next, we have the Fool, stepping off the beaten path, a whole brand new cycle starting for you, which means getting out of your comfort zone, taking a risk, not really knowing what the outcome is going to be, but enjoying the journey nonetheless. Opening yourself up to new opportunity, new experience. For those of you for whom this will resonate more as a love and romance reading, the Fool can represent perhaps looking at someone or dating someone or saying yes to someone or getting to know someone that might be different than your normal historical archetype, or somebody that perhaps you hadn't thought of perhaps in that way. Somebody different. I mean, it could be somebody a little older, somebody a little younger, somebody from a different place, somebody from a different background, somebody from a different culture. Something new about this experience. But it's also, about taking that chance, taking that risk. With the Page of Swords. Messages, messengers, information, knowledge, doing your research. I feel like Spirit might be calling you to say yes to something maybe in the past you wouldn't have said yes to, or would have just passed by, or someone that you would have just passed by, and just kind of taking a chance, seeing what happens here. From the bottom of from the bottom of the deck, Gemini, excuse me, the overall energy and focus is the Two of Cups. I mean, my goodness, you've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers, and the Two of Cups is showing up as the central focus. And again, the area that maybe a choice or a decision has to be made might be in another area of life. This would be more for those of you who are in an already established relationship, dating or otherwise. And the decision or choices you make, like work, career, or something, could affect this. The decision could affect the relationship, and so the relationship is the central thing. But for many of you, this is going to come across as a relationship reading, a love and romance reading, whether it's somebody new coming in that you hadn't considered before, or whether you're dating someone and somebody's really persistent here and wanting to take it to the next level. Or you may have just decided that now, you may be single and looking, and you've decided that now is the time to be much more intentional and action-oriented about it. So let's clarify a little bit. All right, let's clarify that central energy, the focus, as the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups. This is it's kind of our party card. There's a lot of social energy here with this card. It represents really enjoying having a good time with people that you feel really good about, kind of like your tribe, your crew, your kindred spirits, right? It can represent an already established social group or positive social connections in your community, maybe social events as well with those people. Maybe that you meet someone there, but with the Knight of Cups, which is the Knight of Love, he comes charging forward very blatantly. There's no question with the Knight of Cups, because Cups is governed by the element of water, which governs our heart space, right? So the Knight of Cups just charges forward. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very open about his feelings and what he wants. For some of you, maybe even for a large portion of you, this person coming in that's showing such strong karmic energy might be somebody you already know. Somebody in your friendship circle, social circle, or in your social community. And it might be because of that you hadn't really looked at them previously as a good partner, even though they were good friends. I mean, or you hadn't considered that. or you didn't even know that they felt this way about you. For others of you, it might be that you're meeting a soulmate at a party of some kind, party with friends, out with friends, social events, or at a specific social event. Let's take a look at this person. If it's not you, I think I read mostly for what's coming in. For some of you, it might be you exhibiting this energy, but for the rest of you, it's somebody else, and they are very determined about you, Gemini. Let's take a look at the Chariot and the Lovers. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. New love and romance with that Ace of Cups. New perspectives, new ideas, illumination with the Ace of Swords. It may be a surprise to you, and you're like, I didn't know they felt that way about me. Could be them too. They're like so determined. They're like Gemini. Gemini is the person for me. Seven of Cups. They see so much possibility and potential. You may be seeing possibility and potential in them in a way that you haven't before. Four of Cups. There's a little bit of there's an offer being made here, but there's a little bit of reticence in taking it. You're not sure if this is the right thing or not. Sometimes this can be a card of taking something for granted or not seeing it for the beautiful gift that it is, again, which is kind of what I was getting here for some of you. You may be feeling kind of stagnant and looking at it going, I don't know. That's kind of the feeling. And you're taking some time here, quite obviously, with the Hermit and the Hanging Man, and fair enough, and rightly so. Because the Hermit and the Hanging Man is all about taking a step back and really asking yourself, who am I? What do I really want? Where am I really going? What's the best way for me to move forward here? Let's take a look at that. The Eight of Wands, fast action, movement, powerful, focused energy moving forward. Now that energy may take the place of, may manifest as communication, as actual movement toward travel, you traveling to them traveling to you. But it's very focused, very certain, very specific action, movement forward. Queen of Swords, there you are, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, your heart's desire. So this is clarifying that more quiet, contemplative energy of the Hermit and the Hanging Man. You're taking some time, which is a smart and wise Hermit thing to do, to ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this my heart's desire? Is what this person offering my heart's desire, and I just never saw it before? What's my place in this? What do I really want? What would be true and authentic for me moving forward? It may be that you're seeking help and counsel about this from someone else. You might be asking yourself, perhaps, why was I dismissive of this in the past, or what's my reluctance about? Could this be the best thing in my life and I just didn't see it before? Let's take a look at that Fool and the Page of Swords. I think the advice here too, and you may be getting this advice from someone else, is to take a chance. You've got nothing to lose. I mean, it could work out or not work out, but, take a chance, because how do you know if you don't? The Five of Swords, winning at all costs, very determined energy. The Magician, the Entrepreneur, the Manifester, very similar to the Chariot energy, somebody who knows how to pull and marshal all those resources together to manifest what they want into actual reality. The Chariot again. And the King of Pentacles. We have a person here. King or Queen, this is a general reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or somebody who's showing up as manifesting like the King of Earth. Solid, stable, reliable, determined. I mean, this is a sign of Taurus, the bull, too, as well, one of the signs associated with this. Very determined, probably financially comfortable, if not well off, very good at kind of navigating the day-to-day aspects of our practical lives. This is such determined energy, somebody who they themselves may be like, I'm taking a chance, I'm taking a risk here too, but Gemini is the one I want in such determined energy. And I think they're communicating that with you as well. I mean, it's a very direct energy here. So that's the situation, Gemini. Let's take a look at advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit about this. Judgment. Spirit has placed a choice in front of you. You're at a crossroads. What are you going to do? There's an air of finality about judgment, meaning whatever you choose to do, whether you say no or whether you say yes, you have to live with the path that you've chosen, because that's what judgment is about. It's about answering for our own choices, actions, or lack thereof. But this is potentially a choice that could completely and utterly change your life path. You could finally lay down something that just feels burdensome or heavy, even if it's just going through life alone for those of you who are alone. Laying down a heavy burden. Coming to the end of a difficult cycle. Walking away from perhaps something that isn't your ideal or wasn't your ideal or you weren't really all that happy with. It's about leaving it behind. And the Five of Cups, try not, and this may be where that reticence or reluctance in the Four of Cups, like, do I want to do this or not? I never thought about this person or something like that. The Five of Cups is a card that can represent somebody who might, the danger is getting stuck in grief or loss about something that didn't work out or something that you might still be involved in, but it just hasn't turned out the way that you wanted to. Might be somebody you're actively involved with or just somebody you're still emotionally hung up on or something not working out, because the focus is on these three cups that represent what no longer is or what hasn't worked out, right? But there's two cups, these two beautiful cups, upright and full. This person can't see them, meaning this new opportunity, because why? Because they're only focused on basically the past or what didn't come to fruition. So be careful not to do that, because you could actually miss something quite spectacular. Because you're either not noticing it or you're being dismissive of it, or it doesn't look like the thing you thought you had, which didn't work out anyway. So choose carefully. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Gemini, those are your messages for the last half of March 2024. I hope they were helpful and useful for you. Gave you some food for thought. Again, if it did resonate with you, if it really hit home, if you'd like to pull the curtain back and take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. You can see that contact info, again, by clicking on the description or the title of this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April general readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.